All right, in this video, we're going to do a different type of chart, and we're going to start with one called highlighting top values. All right, so as you can see here, we have the data set up as a feed table. Okay, so this will feed our chart, and you could do, this is not in the top 5, and this is the top 5 quarters. You can do something along that line for the years. You could do top salespeople, bottom salespeople. Any of those type of things would work with a chart like this. And this one is a pretty simple one, and the fact that all you're having to do is once you have created your chart, and we'll do that, we're going to make it look similar to this one right here. Okay, so you would create your chart just like you normally do. Okay, and go to Insert, Column Chart. Okay, and so you have a column chart. Okay, and all you're doing is turning on the labels. I can show you here's one that's already done. We can do one here and then also on the one that we just created. Select the ones where you want to display or highlight those top values. So I've selected it. Okay, once I do that, then I can go right click and I'm going to add a data label. And that's how you get the data labels in there. So you'll see that you have these values in there. And again, you can go to design if you want to change things, the layout, to work with that. You can change that up a little bit if you wanted to, set it up a little bit different that way. Okay, so lots of different chart styles as well as layouts that you could put it in. All right, same thing in here. If I wanted to take, say, the top 5 quarters, you'll see in the same chart. The only difference here is the column's a little skinnier. I could adjust that if I wanted to by going to the Format Data Series. I can adjust the width, okay, making them smaller or bigger, okay, that way. All right, and I can then just do a right click, add data labels, and again, you can add labels like this as well. All right, the next chart that I want to talk about are top and bottom views. Okay, so in here, I've already set up so that you can see this is the top 10 models. Okay, already set up here as a feed chart table. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my data. Okay, so my data's back here through a few of these. All right, so I'm on there. And I'm going to create a new pivot table to pull out the bottom 10 models. So I'm just going to put this onto a new worksheet. Okay. And when I do that, now I can take my models. I can take the quantity so I can find out the top 10. Okay, and so now once I have that, and I have lots of them, and I want to find out the bottom 5, I have to sort, and I'm going to go over, you see the little drop-down box right here. I clicked on it, and I'm going to Value Filters, and I'm going to Top 10. Now, I don't want the top 10, I actually want the bottom 10. So if I change this little drop-down arrow there, you'll see that I have the bottom 10 right here. You can also do percentages and others of things as well, but we want the bottom 10. So I have that now. I click OK, and I have the bottom 10. Now, I can sort this so that when I copy it over into my analysis page, then I can have it already sorted. And I can do that really easily by just selecting again the little drop-down arrow where I filtered, and I can go to what's called More Sort Options. And I'm going to go to Descending, and I'm going to, instead of going by model, which is normally what it would sort by if I just hit sort, I'm going to be able now to change this model to the quantity, click OK, and now it sorts for me, descending. I'm going to select my data. Okay, and now I can go back over And I'm going to get back to where we were here. I'm getting over there. I have a lot of sheets here, so I'm going to get back to those values. All right, and here we are. And I'm going to paste my bottom 10 models in there. So now you would see I have a top and bottom view. Now, over here is just an example of how to make it a fancier view. Okay, and to do that, say for instance, I wanted to take the sales here, and I could go to the Home tab, Conditional Formatting, and I could use the icon set to maybe do some directional arrows in here and make a little fancier type top and bottom view. Now, on your dashboard, you don't necessarily want to put this on the dashboard. You could put a chart. Okay, you could put this on there as long as it's a fancier view as well. But you also, at this point, you could create a chart from your top and bottom view. Insert. Okay, and then you're going to go over here, and now you could do a simple column chart or something to go with your particular, whether it's the top or the bottom that you had there, and then you could compare them against each other. All right, so either way here, you can put a chart on there. We could go into design. We could look at our chart styles, our layouts to see if there's something that we would maybe like a little bit better. So, or even change the chart type. This would probably be also a good time we could try the bar chart, which is, this data is probably set up nicely for doing a bar chart. All right, so that's top and bottom views.